Hello, it's me, Sunfire SG, and welcome back to Create Chronicles Bosses and Beyond. We're back with another half episode, as I am now going to be working on a distillation process. I didn't do a little bit of a mock-up, but I'm not happy with it. I think we can go bigger. We don't really need crude oil on its own, as far as I know. And if we do, we can probably just pipe it off when we need it, right? So why not make a giant distillery and have maybe like 2 lots of distillation outputs to double up, and then we can have even more tanks and even more fun. I think we can make this a beast. So why not try? I am going to clear all of this out, and we're going to start from scratch. Right, let's get ourselves started. For the distillation controller, we put a industrial pipe here. Take those out of our inventory. We've got 2 heavy plates up here. We've got our electrons. Whereabouts were they again? Down the bottom. Gotcha. We've got our mechanical mechanisms, steel mechanisms, right here. We've got a heavy machine casing, and then finally a display board. We need 1 of these. That's all we need to do. It will go into the barrel, easy peasy. Now we do need 6 of the outputs, so that's a little more cost intensive. Steel is a little hard to come by, as the blast furnace for it is a little bit slow at times. I haven't found a way to automate it. If you know a way to automate it, let me know, because I really want to do that. Right, outputs. For that, we need some fluid tanks. We've got those. Steel pipes. Not industrial pipes. I made the mistake of putting industrial pipes on. Couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. So it needs to be steel pipes and then heavy plates. So we can go ahead and do that. I will pop some in now. And then once I've got 6, we will bring you back to start actually building the machine itself. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop. Nice. So now that we've got our controller, we've got our outputs, and we've got a setup here for the pipes. We can actually stick down our blaze burners for this 3x3 distillation tower. Let's stick those on there like that. Now I don't think they can get the crude oil just yet, but if we give them a straw made from bamboo and a rolling mill, we can give them these fun little hats, which allows them to slurp directly from the pipes. So that should fuel our burner. Now depending on the pack, it might need a slightly different fuel, in which case you probably want to start it off with a little bit of like blaze cake to get some of the blue burners, and then have some of the kerosene, etc., piped back down into the system so these will stay blue. But for us, it seems to be in this pack that 9 standard blaze burners burning the crude oil is perfectly fine. Right, now we've got this, we can build up our tower, which is going to be 12 tall. So we'll go ahead and put these in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got our system set up there. We've got our truss. We don't need a truss for this, but I am using one for aesthetics. It matches the rest of the stuff, right? So we put our controller here. Now don't do what I did the first time I built this, which is I put a pipe and then output. You need to put the output directly on top. We'll grab our industrial pipes, then we build up. Oh, that's the first step. We don't need that. We want the industrial pipe. And second section, third, fourth, fifth, and final one, 6th. Now I believe we can pipe it out from any of these sections, but if we were to pipe out from here, it would connect back into the, unless we used industrial pipes, I think. I might just pull it out the front here, because it means it's easier for me to just chain the cogs up, right? Let's get our pumps. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just standard cogs at the moment. I'll replace those with steel ones or something, aluminium ones, at a later date. But for now, this is all we need. It's just to get the concept working, making sure that we are producing what we need to produce. Right, now, where are our pipes. I think we might need a few more pipes, so let's get a few more. Don't need a huge amount, I don't think. And I kind of want a little bit of a gap between them. At the moment, we're kind of pushed for space because this stupid quarry is taking up a big chunk of land. It should be almost done, but right now, you know, I kind of have to work around it. Right, so one here, and two here. One here, two here. Get rid of those extra ones. One here, and two here. So that, I don't know if you remember what we did at the start of this. We had very long pipes, and it meant we had to have extra pumps because it would not pump the liquid or the fluid far enough into the tank. So now, with this here, they shouldn't connect, and they should, hopefully, allow us to keep them all in a much closer area, right? Let's have a little sleep. Okay, we've got... Which side do I want these on? Probably this side, right? Well, yeah, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't need the tanks this big, but I kind of like the chunky tanks. I feel like it definitely feels more like a big industrial build, and we are building, you know, a proper oil refinery around this entire site at some point, because eventually the fuel that we make here is going to be shipped possibly by truck over to a space center over this side of the tracks. But for now, we just need to have them together. Do that, or there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I very much doubt we need it to be as big and bulky as this. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you can just do one 12 high fluid tank tower with this stuff on, and it probably will still work at the same speed. I just like this. I like it. I like it being a bit bigger, a bit chunkier. Maybe it's inefficient. I don't know. But it definitely is a much nicer setup than it was before, where it was a little, I don't know, a little messy. I think that is good. Let's go ahead and use our wand here to just kind of fill in a little bit of this stuff. I really like this red deep slate tiles. I think they look fantastic, and I will be using them just to kind of fill in the gaps. I may replace that with trusses and things like that if I want to at some point. But for now, this stuff works well. Right, now I think all we need is the flare stacks. This will burn off any excess. So, for example, if we were using a lot of kerosene or gasoline or something like that, and that was being pulled out of the system, if these tanks were full, nothing else would be happening in the distillation chamber. So these are essential if you want to keep your fluids topped up. And 6 of those should be done. Now it's a case of turn the machine on, and I think we're good to go. I hope this works. I really do. I'm not sure. I've not built it this big. I followed the tutorial on the Ponder, which is 2x2, and I wanted to know if it was possible doing it bigger. I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah. Right. Flick that on. How are we going on our fuel over here? That's all still burning, so we should be straight into it. Yep, we are. Come on, give us the goods. Should be heavy oil in this one. Not yet. We've got to wait for that to fill up. Oh, we didn't connect the pipe. Well, that's a bit of a bummer, isn't it? It's, yeah, make sure you've got a pipe that goes into the controller, because otherwise it's just going to spill everywhere, make a big mess. Right, so now that that is filling up as intended, that's promising. Yeah, we got heavy oil, we've got some diesel, we've got kerosene, naphtha, Gasoline and LPG. Fantastic. So that is a system that is working fantastically. We now have those. I can now, if I want to, with that extra distillation stuff that we made, I could, in theory, start making some plastic as well. Maybe we'll carry on for the rest of the episode and do a little bit of that as well, right? Alright, we've got a bit of a setup now. We've got our pump from the Naphtha. We've got a pipe down. It is actually going to basically feed this as well. In fact, I think it's probably going to go in from two sides here, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. I don't actually know. You might move it forward one then. Hang on. I don't want it to go into the tank because that's going to cause issues. So let's go ahead and pop it here. We could actually put the blaze burner in the ground here with the straw again. There we go. So now it's going to pump into that. That shouldn't be a problem. Now our distillation chamber is only small for the Naphtha. Right, let's have a look. So from that, our uses are, it looks like we only need 2 outputs and a controller. So it doesn't need to be particularly big. So let's work that out, shall we? We need 1 tank, that's where the controller will be. 2 for the first output. 4 high, I think that should be enough. So then we can go ahead and put our controller, which I think I may have left in here. Controller. Let's find out. Yes, I did. Here it is. Let's get rid of that. There we go. So now that we've got our controller, pop that down. Yeah, we're learning some advanced distillation stuff here. This is all stuff that I am not particularly good at, but we are figuring it out. The ponders are very helpful, but sometimes seeing somebody else do it is useful. So hopefully you are getting something out of this. Now we need some more pumps out of this one. Do we have some cogs? I don't know if we do. I might have to go and make some more of those. That's fine for now. And we want this to go straight into, probably, we could put it into a tank, but I'm thinking it might be better into a basin of some sort. And then let's actually bring that down, because we don't need to mix. We don't need to sort of heat it when we're mixing it. We can just have it straight into a basin. Well, I've got the 1. I'm pretty sure I can make another with a rotation mechanism though, right? Let's find out. Let's see. There we go. Basin, 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 basin. Yes. Perfect. Great. Saves me going back to the factory. Do 1 here, 1 here. That's our 2 different machines for making plastic. I won't put the mixers in just yet, because I want to get a bucket of each of them for the quests. So that should be a case of just power these now. And for that I need... we do have some cogs. Fantastic. And we've got the shafts as well, have we? No, we don't. We need those. Find a way to bring the power across. Probably worth going with some gearboxes too. It's like casing. 27 gearboxes, that will do. Okay. Let's get this all wired up. Now, we do need to get that into there as well. So I'm wondering if it may be better to have the pipe come around the side a little. Like this. That might be a better option. Because it will still go into there, and then it goes into the distillation control as well. We can tidy that up later. And Right, I think maybe what we'll do is we'll draw power from out here. Like so. Thankfully those don't burn. Grateful for that. And let's see. Take this off. And bam. So that now pumps into here. It's feeding that. It's making ethylene. It's making propylene. Perfect. Now, how do we get some rotational power down here? We could, in theory, draw from here. Oops. No, thank you. Try and keep it simple, rather than lots of gearboxes everywhere. Let's keep it simple, use the cogs where we can. Then, obviously we can cover these up with casings as well, which will be very helpful. Perfect. That's now being mixed into here. We've got a full bucket in each. Have I got some spare buckets? I do. I'll have one bucket of that. Oh, can we not bucket this out? I don't know if we can. Oh, actually, let's check our quest book. Maybe you've got to use not a dispenser, what are they called? Might be a dispenser, actually. Alright, let's have a look at our stuff down here. Rocket fuel. That's napalm. No, we don't. It doesn't look like we do. Oh, yes, no, ethylene tank, propylene tank. So it is considered a gas. So we need a... Well, have we got one? We might have one. We might be able to do this right now. Hang on. La 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 la. Let's do that there. And we need a depot. It's an ejector. Those are depots. Let's see if we can get this done. Right, let's have a look. Is that filling up? It is. We put that there, and we put... Bam! Oh, okay, it did two of them. Right, we didn't want two of them. That's a pain in the butt, but fine. Let's go ahead and put that back. Take this down. We'll do the same on this. Oh god, our inventory is just a mess. There's so much warp with this at the moment that it's causing issues. It's causing issues. It's fine though. We survive. Right. Spout. Not a dispenser. Right. That's in there too. We've got an ethylene tank as well. Get rid of this stuff. We don't need it anymore. I'll have to see what those tanks can be used for. We might have to add that functionality at some point. But right now, not really an issue. Okay, we've got all that. Now we just need to add some mixers, and that will start making liquid plastic. Thankfully, that shouldn't be too hard to set up as well. Let's draw power from here. We will make a vertical gearbox. Draw that up, and a few more cogwheels. Sets this whole system ablaze. We've got liquid plastic being made. Fantastic. Can I bucket out a bit of liquid plastic? One moment. Yep, we can get a bucket of liquid plastic. It's... oh. Well, surprisingly... well, not surprisingly, it's hot. It is liquid. Probably not a great thing to pour over yourself. Well done, me! Okay, let's put this away. And now we can work at actually stomping this down. We have lost a pump. Right there. Bingo. Nice. So that's going to continue making liquid plastic. We do need another basin, so let's make a rotation mechanism. Just enough. One more of those. Fantastic. To our stone cutter it goes. That's the mason. Oh, the stone cutter. More basins. Brilliant. Now we need pumps here. More basins here. And a mechanical press right above. Okay. Now we probably need some conveyors out of here so we can start making plastic ingots and have them shipped out. But for now, what we need is this stuff. Okay, that's mixing, that's filled up. They're not powered, but we can fix that relatively simply. There we go, turn those around there. Get some shafts in here. And one there. We need some vertical gearboxes. One this way, one that way. Shaft there, shaft there. We're making plastic sheets. And that's going to keep going. Why is there ethylene in this one now? Oh, I need to put some filters on. Gotcha. Right. And just like that, we managed to neaten it up a little bit. All we needed was the smart fluid pipe. We've got our conveyor belt set up, some limited barrels as well, which is not ideal. I think what I might do eventually is make a double chest for this and put some compacting filters and also the stack filters on it. So we should end up with one chest that can store hundreds of thousands of plastic blocks, which, hey, I mean, we're producing. I could build an entire plastic house now. I could build Barbie's dream house. I should do that. Anyway, I think we'll leave it at that for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed and learnt a little bit along the way. I certainly have. And I shall see you next time. Bye for now.